All right. I am Thomas White, badge number 708 with the Department of Corrections. I have Mr. Carmine Costello here on, I said Commissioner Bass's recommendation, right?
I su- I suppose.
All
I
right.
suppose.
All right,
This
Mr. Carmine. Well, you don't mind, just for the record, so other individuals know. I know we've gone over it already. What led you here to the department?
First, I'd like to introduce myself and the journey I've taken before getting to this here point. The name's Carmine Costello, commander of the Unified Police Force. That was my station. I was low command. I held a very prestigious title. Only one other person held the title before me, and his name was Francis J. Francis. But by God, he did not look as good as I did when I held the position. I was, I spent a good year in the Unified Police Force. I gave it my best. I was the bane to every criminal. They all hated me. They still hate me to this day. And a good officer knows his worth by seeing how many scumbags despise him. Because after all, you're in the business of making their life hell. And I was damn good at that. Some might say, too good. And unfortunately, my journey as a commander came to an end today. It wasn't pretty. I'd say it caught me off guard, but it didn't. I would like for you to cut this next part I'm about to say off the record. The
All
reason it
right.
didn't work out was because I was in a pit with fucking vipers that pretended to be my brothers in arms. A scapegoat to make an example of. That's what I was. A means to an end. Is you wanted to point at someone and title them the bad guy, and I guess I fit the bill. Look at me. And now that I'm gone, what are they gonna do next? Who else are they gonna get rid of? Who else are they gonna point their fingers at when they have an abundance of problems? They ain't got me no more as their scapegoat. And now I'm here trying to bring the semblance of my life that is left together, get whatever I can, and try and reform my purpose. And I got I spoke to Harvey Holden. Harvey Holden told me that you're looking for employees, and I am trained. I am a former officer. I feel like I have the appropriate skill set to enforce Bolingbrook Penitentiary.
I would 100% agree with you, Mr. Costello. In fact, I think that in some aspects, becoming a corrections officer is even tougher than working in the PD. How would you feel about that statement?
Can you repeat that? I'm
Yeah,
just
no, I understand. Tough day.
it has been quite the day.
Working as a corrections officer, some would argue, could be tougher than working as PD. How do you feel about that statement?
You want my honest answer?
100%.
More challenging than working as an officer? I wouldn't say so. More tasking on the mental, though? Yes. As an officer, you have many resources at your disposal. Your powers are almost limitless, so long as you can articulate why you're doing what you're doing, and the judge is okay with it. No rights are violated. As a prison guard, you're pretty much a prisoner, but with a gun. You know,
Oh, yeah, that's a
you're
good way of looking at
confined.
it.
You're confined. We sorry, because I'm part of the team now. We're confined inside this penitentiary, just like them. Only we're supposed to keep them in. That brings its own difficulties. But I wouldn't say I wouldn't say it's harder than being a cop. I mean, I wouldn't know. I guess it's something I'm gonna find out. But usually it's the other way around. People join DOC to get into PD. Look at me, leaving PD. to get into DOC.
Revolutionary, if I do say so myself.
I suppose you could say that. Yeah.
Yeah, think of
We
yourself
get
as a
guns,
hero.
right?
Oh, do we get guns? Of course we get guns.
Shotguns, right?
Eventually, you could work your way up to that.
I gotta work my. Of course. Of course, I can't just have everything.
Yeah,
It
listen,
could
I
be
don't
kinda
even have a
smart.
shotgun.
Oh, you don't? What rank do you hold, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm a senior corrections officer. Not because of the
See?
hair. Important clarification there.
All right. Okay, well, it's nice to formally meet you, Senior Correctional Officer.
Oh, you can just call me Tom.
Nice to meet you, Tom.
Likewise. Actually, we have met before.
Oh, shit.
It's fine, I get it. DOC, we're little guys, right? I questioned the deputy warden when you came on radio.
Is that the day the warden died?
No, I wasn't employed when the last warden died.
Oh.
There was a fire in cell block 6, and the deputy warden couldn't get over his ego that he needed help. And I told you on radio that he didn't need help.
That was you?
That was me.
What the fuck happened to you?
I stopped dyeing my hair.
You seem much younger. Is
Younger?
this job that stressful?
Oh, yeah, no, it is.
Oh, God.
I mean, think
Don't
about
let
it. We're
people
locked in here with
around.
Los Santos' scariest criminals.
Now, who do you think put them in there?
Yeah, but you got to deal with them in the outside. We have 4 walls.
Yeah, 4 walls where I know I'm the only one with a gun 9 times out of 10.
Interesting take.
You're pretty much a king in here. When
One
you-
could say that.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I would not be using my powers or the influence given to me and the station given to me to abuse it and get back at scumbags. I wouldn't do that.
No, never,
Far be
never.
it for me to do something as
702
fucked up as that. No,
1042.
I'm not gonna kick a guy while he's down. He's already locked up. Teabag him while he's locked up in his cell. That's crazy.
Think of this place as a
Disregard, I'm gonna listen to Carmine's interview for a little.
chess match, right? You can't just go all out right away. It's a long con plan.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I can get behind that.
All right, with that, let's get into some real situational questions, all right? I think I've got to know you enough.
Good day, sir.
Hello.
Let's say you're walking in the yard, right? Just minding your business. Bovice approaches you.
I kill him.
Oh,
He's coming at me. That man's a deadly weapon. I'll defend myself. He's
all
a
right.
lethal weapon. He's
You want
a
me to-
threat to my life.
Do you want me to
Either
finish
or
the
him.
question? Or do you want to
You
stand
said-
by that?
You said Bovice coming towards me. That's open or shut. There's no interpretation. You
Well-
know how you've seen Bovice. You've seen him.
Yeah, I've watched an old man older than me even beat him.
We must be talking about a different Bovice. Bovice I know takes you to Bovice world. And nobody
no.
comes back from Bovice world.
This is the Bovice that you're talking of.
Well, then you'd understand as to why I go for such extreme measures when it comes to that man.
All right, maybe that's a poor example. Just a regular lifer is approaching you from behind and comes up and tackles you. How are
I
you
beat
going to
his
respond?
ass.
Beat his ass.
He attacked me.
All right. How do you feel about...
Once you
go
beat
ahead.
his ass. Another guy puts his hands on you, you better beat his ass. You better beat that motherfucker black and blue. Make sure he never does that again. 'Cause who's to say while he's tackling you, he doesn't reach into your waistband and takes your gun? Hell, I should probably shoot him if he tackles me. If he gets
Maybe.
his hands on my gun, I'm a dead man. Who knows? If I'm feeling generous, I beat his ass. If I'm feeling threatened, I kill his ass.
Noted. We'll move on to a different question. I'm sorry, I didn't know you had such a deep hatred for individuals in orange.
I wouldn't say hatred. You know, They're in here for a reason, and
You know,
you
that's
gotta be
fair.
prepared for anything in here, right?
That's very true. With that said, you're up on the catwalks, walking around, yada, 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 doing your business. You have a lethal on you, and you get hit in the head with a shoe. You see an inmate down on the ground looking at you like fresh meat. How do you respond?
Do I know he threw his shoe?
It's very well assumed.
I call it out on the radio, call out his description, get fellow correctional officers on him, and I don't know what the procedure is, but I guess you take him to solitary for assaulting an LEO, and maybe even a charge assault and battery. I don't know. I won't shoot him now.
Okay, okay.
Maybe beat his ass, appropriate force. Won't kill him. Unless it was a stone. If it was a stone, he getting shot. That could kill me.
That's fair. Very fair. How do you feel about helicopters quickly descending in the gen pop? And how would you
Oh,
respond?
oh, you shoot that shit out the sky. I know how you guys get down. I've heard it on the radio. You shoot that shit out the sky, right?
Even if it's PD.
Oh, if it's well, then they're calling in. They're calling in beforehand. But if it's an unmarked helicopter that's flying over restricted airspace, that bird going down.
Okay, okay. Let's say, Deputy Warden Lewis here is in a meeting with the other members of command and high command. You have just a regular everyday question. How are you going to approach that situation?
It depends on our personal relationship, and if he's okay with me barging into a meeting, and it depends on the sensitivity of the conversation. But if it's purely a platonic professional, I'd wait.
Okay, fair enough. All right, I got two more questions for you. Let's say you're escorting an inmate into solitary after they assaulted you. You know, standard business in the yard. You take a peek over your shoulder and you notice somebody coming up behind you, reaching into their pockets. What would you do?
I draw my weapon.
Okay. Once you draw the weapon, what are you going to do to them?
I'll aim my weapon down sight, prepared to shoot if they pull out something that looks like a weapon.
Okay, okay. Fair enough, fair enough. And, all right, are you ready for the most taxing question?
Oh yeah, I kill them. I kill them dead. I kill them and their family. The pack's still here. The pack, they still a thing. I know Bane
Remnants?
got out. Oh, they still live on. Like vermin. They just continue. Same generation. Generation is Bane or new generation?
Well, it can't be Ben. He's on the outside.
I know Bane, he got out. I was his parole officer. Almost had him. Just couldn't prove it. And he managed to beat the system, and now he's out. He's sorry. What was your last question?
Oh, I thought that you were saying you were going to kill the question. Sorry. No, it is quite simply, Mr. Costello, what makes you better than the other candidates that we have?
The hubris part of me would say that I just am. I'm better, faster, stronger, smarter. I held the station of commander, but I don't know the other candidates.
Would you say,
Who are the other candidates?
just assume it's your worst enemy?
Oh, then I'm better without a doubt. I'll prove it by beating their ass in state sanctioned combat.
Oh, perfect. We have a boxing ring you could take part in.
You want me to beat up the other candidates?
I'm just saying, if it comes down to it, we might have to.
Okay.
It could be a foot race and you guys are tied, step for step.
Then he's cheating. He's got roids in his system or something.
Okay, okay. What else you got? Just that you're better. You're built different. Built to last longer.
If yes, I mean, what's the normal answer people give for that? That they hope they do better, that they hope they are better, that they hope that they fit the role, or that they're a quick learner. I'm not a quick learner, but I know a lot already. And the SOPs for DLC, it's not too different from PD, is it?
I don't know. You tell me.
I haven't seen the SOPs for DLC.
Oh.
Let's just assume. What do you think's different about them?
I feel like it's
PD to DLC?
probably slightly similar to
Standard.
You're gonna have two
Someone's getting
individuals
killed.
coming up now, close together. We got one Jasper Jones going up for 35.
No, we
months
just
now,
got
and then there'll
individuals
be
coming
another-
up.
Oh, well,
10-4 is
Oh,
it?
I,
sorry,
I
Jasper,
assume
more
that PD
apologies.
SOPs are probably more nuanced than
Alright, thanks for
I-
letting us
your
know.
SOPs are probably more clear cut. Like if this happens,
Alright,
do that.
appreciate you guys.
Not a lot of interpretation. They're probably easier to understand.
All right, good.
Well,
Noted.
here's a question.
Oh,
How many
fire.
pages do you think our SOPs are?
Oh,
I'm
good
sure you know how
question.
many pages the PD SOPs are.
A 10? Around 10?
Just for the record,
I-
let me take a
I-
look and note
I
that
can
down.
tell you what it is. We have 30 pages.
What the hell do you need 30 pages for?
Like you said, prison's very nuanced.
No, I said the outside world PD is very nuanced because of situations, you know?
No, so is it DUC. So is prison.
Oh, I expected it to be more clear cut.
There's quite a lot of nuance when it comes to dealing with inmates.
You know, we
Example
don't.
being, we don't just randomly walk up to an inmate and search them for the color of their hair.
Okay. Well, I hope I answered all your questions amicably. I do hope I do get this job. But if I don't, I understand. Yeah. Is there anything else you need from me? I'm only one phone call away.
No, I
Anything
think
else?
I'm good. Jordan, are you good?
Do you have any questions for us, Carmine Costello?
Not necessarily. Oh, maybe no, no. Do you have DLC issued firearms inside here on each
Yeah.
person's, or is it so
No
you
inside
have
gym pop?
you have a gun at all times?
Nope.
No. So in general, Gen Pop, you don't have a gun.
No, we
No, that would
are
be
not
extremely
We are not
dangerous.
proactive. We're reactive.
Okay. All right, understood.
Why did you get released from the PD, Carmine?
Uh, I don't know how to answer that.
Let me hold on. Let me cut the recording.
I think it's quite important of a recording.
Well, he's already answered it.
Oh, has he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I
was one of the
answered
first
it.
questions.
Oh, why were you released?